catch and fire. It's on the... He made it! Oh my God! Wow!
Hello and welcome inside Platt Arena. I'm Ryan Lockhart, joined by Jordan Herring for this broadcast. Jordan, we have a phenomenal one on our hands tonight. It's Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats, Jordan, the number 3 Wildcats, we should note, coming in at 22-4, 12-2 in the Crossroads League. They're going to be taking on your home Huntington University Foresters. Huntington this season, 13-13 on the season, 5-9 in conference. But Jordan, things are looking up. We're on a 3-game win streak right now. We've got 2 wins against top 20 teams in those 3 wins. What are you liking from the Forester basketball team right now?
I think the biggest thing to know about the Foresters is that they're always in a game, regardless of what the score is. They're always going to go out there and give everything they got and just leave it all on the court every time.
Jordan, the Wildcats come into this one off a victory against Goshen in their last game, 95-78, leading them in scoring. Seth Maxwell, the big 7-footer down low, 26 points, 9 rebounds. He was 11 of 15 from the field. Jordan right there at that double-double mark, but couldn't quite get it. Kyle Mangus, dare I say this, Jordan, a quiet game with 18 points to go along with 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and he was 0 of 3 from deep. Now, Jordan, we're going to be talking about a few key players here. No doubt, Kyle Mangus has got to be the man we're looking at for Indiana Wesleyan. He comes into the ballgame 27.4 points per game, shooting 56% from the field. That's just outstanding right there, both those stat lines.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think it's funny that you mentioned he only went quiet with 18 points, but this is a guy we're used to seeing average 27 points.
Yeah, Mangus had a streak of 5 straight games of 30 or more before he had that 18-point outing against Goshen, which Goshen, bottom of the conference at 0-14. Mangus, you would have thought he would have had a big game there, but not capitalizing on it. Mangus' career high is 40 that came against Madonna earlier this season. And, Jordan, as I looked at some of his stats, the only stat from him that is down across the board from last year's stats currently is his 3-point percentage. Last year he shot it at 42.5. Right now he's shooting it at 39%. But, Jordan, he's not the only player on Indiana Wesleyan's team the Foresters are going to have to watch out for. We mentioned him once, the big 7-footer. It's going to be Seth Maxwell, number 42. Maxwell, a sophomore from Clark Summit, Pennsylvania. Jordan, what do you think about him?
I think he's a great two-way player. You already mentioned his great offensive ability, but he's also a threat on the defensive end as well. He's coming in leading the league in total blocks of 65, and he averages 2.6 blocks a game.
Hey, keep in mind, he also leads the Wildcats. You mentioned that block stat, but with rebounds as well at 7.6 points per game. Maxwell, of course, the younger brother of Evan Maxwell, who graduated and is playing overseas now. We're going to have a little bit more on him in a minute, but Maxwell has 7 games with at least 20 points. We're going to be interested to see what he does tonight, but Jordan, on the other side, for the Foresters, coming into this one, leading scorer for Huntington, Caleb Middlesworth, 19.6 a game. He also has 5.2 rebounds, but Middlesworth, his last ball game, he had quite the game as well. 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 blocks, his career high in blocks, by the way, and he was 6 of 11 from deep. Phenomenal game from him.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to do everything he can to capitalize on that last game, and we're going to see what kind of tricks he's going to pull out of his bag tonight.
That last game for Middlesworth was his 4th game of 30-plus points in a ball game. We're going to take a look at our conference standings here momentarily right before a national anthem. We're actually going to go ahead and take a break here as they're getting ready for the anthem. We'll have conference standings as well as remaining games for the teams of Foresters that are going to have to play well against here going down in the conference. Only 4 games left, including tonight's ballcast. I'm Ryan Lockhart with Jordan Herring, and this is HU Men's Basketball right here on FDN Sports. Don't go anywhere.
The country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
It's hard not to have faith and be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Once again, thank you for joining us. Ryan Lockhart, Jordan Herring on the call, and right before the ball game, you see athletic director and head women's basketball coach Lori Kohler presenting Ty Platt with a 200th win plaque. And you know, we haven't had a game here since Coach got that 200th win. So, Jordan, we just want to extend our congratulations to him on that. We expect many more to come after this, though. Now we're going to go ahead, take a look at our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Indiana Wesleyan University Wildcats, they come in once again 22-4, 12-2 on the season. Jordan, go ahead and take us through their starting lineup.
Coming in at 6'1", we have the senior number 13, Tanner Rubio. Coming in at 6 foot, we have the freshman number 20, Noah Smith. Coming in at 6'4", the junior, the offensive threat, Kyle Mangus. Coming in at 6'3", the senior, number 33, Kanan Coffey. And then at the 7 foot, sophomore, the big man, number 42, Seth Maxwell.
Dangerous lineup here for the Wildcats. A little surprise. It does include a freshman in Noah Smith. We'll have some more information on him later. Transfer as well in Rubio. But on the other side, for your Huntington University Foresters, we mentioned they're 13-13 on the season. 5-9 in the Crossroads League with some key games remaining in this season. Starting at guard, a 6'1 sophomore, number 0, Peyton West. Also at guard, a 6'2 senior, number 3, Connor Platt. Starting at forward, a 6'8 freshman, Hank Pulver, number 11. Starting at forward as well, a 6'4 senior forward, number 31, Andrew Yoder. And rounding out the starting five, a 6'8 sophomore forward, number 4, Caleb Middlesworth. And he is your leading scorer with 19.6 points on the season. Connor Platt struggling a little bit in his last few games, Jordan. Platt has 16 or less points in 4 of the last 5 games for the Foresters. But today, Jordan, the Foresters cannot afford that. They need a big game from him.
No, especially with Middlesworth also on the court with him. These guys are a dynamic duo. If one of them's getting going, the other guy's got to get going with him. with these guys together, they can definitely light up that scoreboard.
We're going to take a look at the conference standings here real quick. At the top of the conference, number 3, Indiana Wesleyan at 12-2. Number 5, Marion 11-3 behind them. 23, Grace at 9-5. Number 15, St. Francis is 8-6 on the season. Then a tie here. Bethel, number 9, they're 7-7, tied with receiving vote Spring Arbor, who's also 7-7. Number 20, Mount Vernon, who the Forsters got a big win against last week. They're 6-8. Huntington tied with Taylor at 5-9. And at the bottom is is Goshen with an 0-14 record. Jordan, how do you think, 4 games remaining, we mentioned it. We'll take a quick look at the remaining games first. For the Taylor Trojans, they have tonight Goshen, who's number 10, Mount Vernon, Huntington, and Indiana Wesleyan to finish out the season. On the other side, Huntington, they have Indiana Wesleyan, Bethel, Taylor, and Marion. Huntington, a little bit harder of a schedule. Tonight, it's a must-win game.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I mean, you brought up earlier that Huntington likes to play up against these higher-ranked teams and show that they can compete with them. We'll see if they can do the same thing here tonight.
Right now, Indiana Wesleyan has a 6-game winning streak against the Foresters. Both these teams come into this ball game on 3-game winning streaks. Number 3 scorer in the nation, and Kyle Mangus for the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats, going to be our man to watch. Coffee, an early 3. That's high, no good. Payne West, the defensive rebound. And Jordan, I'm interested to see if the Forsters push early and try to get up a big score, or they try to take those smart shots. Middlesworth a 3. That's no good off the front of the iron.
Yeah, I think we've really got to pay attention to what kind of looks Huntington is going to get and what looks Iowa was willing to give them. I mean, we just saw right there a little bit of a heat check 3, but I think Huntington is still going to be able to try to rally here.
3 from Rubio, no good. Pulver the rebound. Platt pushes it up right, crosses back to the middle. He'll give it off to Yoder. Should be worth. Now Middlesworth, he goes up and he gets the first bucket of either team in this ball game. Forsters the early 2-0 lead. Jordan, it should be worth noting that Noah Smith, the freshman, number 20 for the Wildcats, started all but one ball game as a freshman this year. Payne West the steal. He doesn't have numbers. He'll give it off. Yoder left side. Middlesworth, he's looking for some help. Handoff. West going inside to Maxwell. Maxwell altering that shot. Now Yoder trying to get back against Smith. Good defense by Yoder. Getting back there. Middlesworth just, I don't know if he was confused or didn't see Smith running up the left side. Two to 0, your score still here. Mangus gets, That foul going to be called on Caleb Middlesworth. First foul of the game for either team here. Thought that was clean momentarily. But nice little exchange there. Maxwell, that handoff. And that just creates so much pressure in your defense because you don't know if Mangus is going to try to run off the screen, if he's going to try to curl. Good job there by the Forsters staying put.
I think Huntington's doing a great job of just playing overall good defense right now. We already saw them force a turnover, and we saw that controversial foul call there with the block. They're really going to try to play some good defense here against Iowa.
Mangus 1 of 2 at the line. Now we see the Wildcats full court pressure. Pulver in trouble. Mangus picks it off. He's off and running. They got numbers. Mangus takes it himself. High off the glass. No good. Gets a touch on it. Platt comes down with it. 18 minutes to go here in this first half. Payne West against Rubio. West looking for some help. Now Yoder holds it. Throws over. Pulver a 3. That's good. Hank Pulver with the 3, and that gives Huntington a 5-1 lead. Pulver's shot looked like it was really a line drive there. Now Pulver gets a steal. Throws the ball quickly back, and that's going to be a turnover there. Jordan, not sure what Pulver was thinking. West calling Pulver off. He wants Rubio himself. Platt now, he'll drive baseline, kick out. Yoder thought about it. Coffee, good defense staying there. Maxwell, good defense as well. Peyton West looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. Dribbles out of it, kick out. Middlesworth, 5 on the clock. In and out, no good. Jordan, I wish we could get at least a point for those in and out buckets. That'd be so nice.
We see them way too often here.
I don't know if it's something about these rims. It just, a lot of those in and out buckets. Smith, the high floater, no good. Maxwell using his size, goes right into Yoder and gets that one to fall. Yoder looked like he took an elbow or maybe a shoulder from Maxwell on that last play. Looked a little frustrated there. First substitution of the day. Coffee takes a seat. Number 32, Spencer Piercefield, the freshman from Greenwood, Indiana, by way of Center Grove High School, checks in the game. Pierce has seen quite a bit of playing time here as a freshman. Played in all 25 ball games so far. Piercefield did win 2 sectionals in high school. Scored 899 career points, but Connor Platt can't get that 3 to fall. Jordan Piercefield, just to brag on him a little bit more here, 162 career threes. That's the most threes in Center Grove history. He set that record. He also has the record for most threes in a ball game with 8. As Middlesworth picks up his second there. Jordan, that is not good news for the Forsters, their leading scorer out.
No, they're definitely going to need him later in the game, so Coach Platt's going to take him out and try to save him for later.
Jordan, those 2 early fouls, do you just let them kind of set for a while? What do you try to do here?
I think you just let the game play on. I mean, we're already seeing great defense from both these teams. This game's already getting pretty physical. Both teams trying to draw out as many fouls early as they can.
Maxwell picks up a foul, and he's going to take a seat here. And for him is number 15, Tim Adakesi. Adakesi, a freshman from London. Went to Saddleback Valley Christian. You ever been to London, Jordan?
No, I have not.
We could plan a trip if you wanted to go.
Yeah, just let me know whenever you're free.
Yoder inside, beautiful pass to West. West gets that one to convert. Huntington once again regains the lead here, 7-5. Smith gets West up. 15:30 on the clock here. Smith now up top with it. The Wildcats offense doesn't look like it's finding the normal shots that it gets here. Struggling little 3 on the clock. 3 from Rubio, that's up. No good off the right side. And we're gonna have a foul. That's gonna stay here for Huntington. Ty Platt thought it was on 15. Desi. And that's going to lead to our first media timeout here. 7-5, your Forsters have the early lead here. 15-12 on the clock. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here with some more HU men's basketball. Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Beautiful Huntington, Indiana. 7-5 your score. Right now your leading scorer for Huntington, Hank Pulver, but Maxwell leading scorer of the ball game with 4 points. Rubio gets it in the corner. Mangus has been a guy we mentioned. He's been tough. Smith able to get that one to go against Clyde. West trying to pick up the foul against Rubio. They'll call him off now. Good screen by Clyde. Clyde was open momentarily. Yoder couldn't find him. Smith trying to pickpocket Platt. Platt gets that one blocked. Actually, they're going to say Platt bobbled it. West the three-pointer. That's good. A teardropper that just fell in there, Jordan. 10-7 your score. Bad pass from Mangus there. No look pass from Rubio then. Mangus inside. He gets that blocked by Clyde. Clyde gets number one. Maxwell, usually the guy that loves to block shots, but Clyde leads the Foresters in blocks this season with, excuse me, Clyde doesn't lead. I'm reading the wrong stat. 32 blocks Clyde has on the season. Now, I'll get it eventually, Jordan. Under 14 here to play in this first half now. 10-7 still your score. Wildcats now finding their offense. Good movement. Three from the corner. Bang, that's good. The Wildcats now tie this ball game up at 10 apiece.
I don't know what you think, Ryan, but this Iowa team is doing a great job of scrambling all the Huntington defenders right now.
Yeah, and it looks like defensively their athleticism and movement is just really getting Huntington out of sorts.
Yeah, they're doing a great job in collapsing on every shooter out there on the court right now.
Pulver, bad situation, 3-on-1 fast break, and Mangus the jam! Wow! Slam-a-jamma for Kyle Mangus! Wow! Jordan, if you're not pumped up right now, you're not a basketball fan here. 12-10 your score.
Man, you had me pumped up when you said slam-a-jamma.
What a play by Mangus, but the Foresters trying to hang in here. Yoder will take a seat. In for his first minutes of the day for Huntington, number 21. Keegan Fetters. Fetters, a sophomore from Auburn, Indiana. Went to Lakewood Park Christian. Coffee back in the game for the Wildcats as well. West calls him off. Kick to the corner. Platt three. No good. Just short. Clyde the rebound. Kick to Fetters. Now to Pulver. He had an early three. Lex to pass this one up and said, Kyle Mangus on Connor Platt. Two deadly shooters there. That's a matchup I would love to see. A game of pig or a game of horse. Platt turns that one over there. Wildcats in trouble here. Lose their dribble. That was number 11, Isaiah Payton, the sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio. Now Mangus takes Fetters one-on-one. Payton going inside against Fetters, and he gets that one to fall. 14-10, the Wildcats now starting to run with this one. Huntington, a few empty possessions here. I think it's been the turnovers that have been the big hurt for Huntington so far. 3 in this ball game.
I would agree. I don't know if you're noticing this or not, Ryan, but these Wildcats are doing such a great job of rotating off of screens and covering whatever guy is rotating off of it.
Pulver, the forced three-pointer with 2 on the clock, no good. Now West trying to get one from Mangus. Mangus will pull up free throw line. That's no good. Pulver gets that rebound. Pulver and Adekasi both fighting for it there. Jordan, one thing I have noticed about this Wildcat team, they play with quite a bit of energy.
They really do. I mean, looking at their defense and offense, both of them are just so scrappy. They're doing a great job of making most of every opportunity that Foresters are giving them right now.
Now, Kyle Mangus going to take a 30-second timeout here. 10-14 your score here inside Platt Arena. 11:08 on the clock. We're going to stay right here. We're not going anywhere, Jordan. Leading scorer right now in this ball game. Peyton West with 5 for Huntington. Maxwell, he's got 4 on the other side for the Wildcats. Jordan, what have you seen so far? You know, Indiana Wesleyan down early, now making a little run back here. What have you seen from them that has got them to this run?
They're doing such a great job of scrambling Huntington's defense right now, and they're also doing such a great job of pushing the ball down low. They currently have 10 points in the paint, And with all these big guys that are coming off their bench, I don't think that's going to change. They're just going to keep pressing the ball down low and abusing every guy down there.
And Huntington, they had to use their size a little bit too, but, you know, maybe not how they wanted to, having to pull Clyde off the bench early on. And, you know, no disrespect to Clyde by no means there, but Caleb Middlesworth averaging 19.6 a game right now. Picked up those 2 early fouls, and I expect we'll see him on the bench for a while. Number 22, Lewis Wang in the ballgame for Hank Pulver. He'll be guarding Cannon right off the block here. And a beautiful turnaround hook there by Maxwell. (16-10) your score. Fetters looking for some help, finds it in West at the top of the key. Wang right side. He wants a pick, thought about giving it down low to Clyde. And now the Huntington offense starting to look like it's losing its stride a little bit here. West uses the screen, the floater off the glass, and that's good. Jordan, whenever I see a little floater off the glass like that, I always have a flashback to Tim Duncan. He used the glass so well during his career.
No, Tim Duncan's one of those guys, even for a big man, using every inch of that glass to score any bucket he can.
West gonna take a seat here. 5 points, 2 rebounds. And for him, Yoder. Yoder gonna be guarding Coffey. Fetters on Smith. Smith with it now, looking to drive. Kick, 3, bang! Cannon Coffey. Right in the eyes of Lou Wang. Lou, a bad switch there. Really a victim of that bad switch. He'll give it down low to Yoder. Yoder going to work against Smith. The turnaround, that's good. I know I already made one NBA reference, but why not 2? A little Dirk fadeaway there. Wildcats look inside to Maxwell. Payne the wide open 3 off the glass. Somehow Maxwell comes up with it. Clyde all over him. He gets that blocked. Now Payne gets it up after 2 offensive rebounds. And the Wildcats now lead by 7, 21-14. Jordan, what does this Forster defense need to do?
They've got to do a better job of sharing the ball. I mean, it's really hard with this Wildcat defense right now because if you're looking, everybody's scrambling, trying to find room to get their defender off them, but they're not really doing anything with it. There's almost no room to try to shoot the ball up.
Platt shot no good, gets kicked back. Clyde Wang in the corner, no good there. Clyde able to get that rebound. Takes a step in, can't get that shot to fall though. Now a quick pass up, Payne the 3, no good off the front of the iron. Yoder the rebound. Now Huntington elects to slow it down here a little bit. And I think early on Huntington did a good job of controlling the pace. Started to lose it there on that Indiana Wesleyan run, and now a foul here on number 11, Payne. He'll take a seat as Rubio comes in for him. Number 32, Pricefield takes a seat. Mangus back in. Both Wang and Platt sit down. Middlesworth. And West back in. 14-21 your score. Middlesworth inside. Clyde! Oh. Wow! We talked about one slam jamma. Why not give us 2? Clyde matching it there. Wow. Now inside, Mangus, the easy bucket. Lackadaisical defense by Huntington there.
I mean, that wasn't a slam dunk, but he definitely answered back from it.
23-16 your score. Under 8 to play in this first half. Yoder turns the corner. Kick to Clyde. Got that one blocked by Maxwell. And they're going to call a foul. I'm not sure who that foul's on because I believe they gave the wrong number. Well, we're going to have a full timeout here, so we'll let them sort that out. We'll be right back here. 23-16 your score. Just under 8 minutes play. This is HU men's basketball right here on FDN Sports. Hello and welcome back inside beautiful Huntington, Indiana, Platt Arena, where the action's going down today. And right now, it's all Wildcats 23-16. But Jordan, the Forcers not out of this one. Their offense has just been quiet here the last, really about 3-4 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah, the Wildcats are doing a great job of collapsing on Huntington Foresters defense, or Huntington Foresters offense. We're not seeing a lot of quality shots here from Huntington right now.
Coffee with it, he'll give it off. Smith. Now Maxwell inside, beautiful setup there. Pulver fronted the post. He had to pay for it. Forsters down 9 right now. Pulver going inside to Maxwell. No good there. Smith the rebound. And Wang almost had the steal there, but Mangus able to come up with it somehow. He gives it off. Rubio with it. Mangus. Cal Mangus voted Crossroads League preseason player of the year. Maxwell up. Wow! 3 dunks in this ball game. And right now, Indiana Wesleyan's got 2 of them. They go up 11 in this one. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. 27-16. Under 7 to go. Jordan, defensive adjustments. If you had to pick maybe just a few for the Forsters, what would they be for you?
I think they got to double team Maxwell. I mean, whenever he's got the ball, he's not afraid to push and shove everybody out of his way. I mean, there's almost no defense on him right now, and that's just because of his size. They got to do a better job of collapsing on him when he's going down low.
Maxwell right now with 10 points in this ball game, also has 4 rebounds to go along with it. Has 4 rebounds to go along with it, but the Wildcats shooting 54% from the field compared to only 36 of Huntington. Platt gets that one blocked by Mangus. He's off and running. Pulver was there, but Mangus able to get another jam. That gives Mangus now 7 points in this ball game. And that two-headed monster of Mangus, Maxwell, really starting to hurt the Forsters. Platt, corner 3, that's high, in and out, no good. Yoder took a swipe at it, somehow comes up with the ball. He's going to go up and get the layup there. Not really sure what Mangus did to lose the ball there. Uncanny turnover from him. Now Mangus getting guarded by West. He goes inside. I think that was a pass to Maxwell. I couldn't see from my angle. Payne West got a hand on that one, but they're going to say he got a hand on his arm as well. Maxwell goes to the line. 29-18, your score. The Wildcats up. Maxwell at the line. He is a 70% free throw shooter. Wildcats as a team shoot 72%. His first one up and no good. Sub here. Wildcats, it'll be for Maxwell, a shooter. Clyde. Good box out there. Opens up the lane for West to get it. Quick pass up to Pulver. Pulver going inside to Maxwell. They're going to say that was a block. Seemed like a lot of contact to me. Mangus a pull-up. Bang! That's good. Kyle Mangus with the 3. He cashes it in there. Give him 10 points in this one. Wildcats playing great all around. They force a turnover there. A high pass from Payne West. And that leads to turnover number 5 in this ball game. Ty Platt's going to take a full timeout here. 32-18 your score. 5:34 remaining in this first half. We're going to go ahead and take it along with them. This is HU men's basketball right here on FDN Sports.
like to do it.
Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Once again, the Wildcats controlling this one 32-18 against your home Huntington Foresters. Jordan, I told you earlier we'd have a little update on the brother of Seth Maxwell, Evan Maxwell. He's currently playing overseas in the Slovakia Basketball League. He's currently averaging 14.6 points per game and 7.1 rebounds. So Maxwell playing good overseas. Travel here by the Wildcats. Rubio showing off his soccer skills with a little bit of juggling there. Foresters need a big offensive possession here. They look inside to Middlesworth, kick inside. Platt can't get that one to fall. Now Smith off. He'll kick it back to Smith. 5 exactly on your clock. Piercefield gives it up. Wildcats really want Mangus inside, trying to move him around on Platt. They can't find it now. Piercefield drives, power dribble. Clyde, good defense there. But somehow Tim comes up with that again. Piercefield the 3, bang! He hits that as the buzzer expires. Wow, Jordan, you can't write this one for the Wildcats.
I mean, even when they make a bad shot opportunity, they get the offensive rebound and just turn the possession around a little.
Jordan, it's the battle of State Road 9, and right now the Wildcats are going all up and down the road. Kick pass, Tim got a hand on it. Not able to keep control of it. That's going to stay here for Huntington. Substitutions as Middlesworth, Pulver take a seat, Fetters and Yoder back in this ball game. 35-18 your score. On the floor, West a three-pointer. That's good. Right in Rubio's face. Hand up, so what? Hand down, man down. Peyton West having a good ball game right now. 10 points for him. Smith, spot up 3, can't convert there. Platt and Fetters fight for the rebound. Peyton now, fake pass there, finds Fetters short corner. They had Clyde inside momentarily, didn't go to him. Yoder, the turnaround, left that off the front of the iron. Now Mangus will slow it down. Payne West, a really good defender. Clyde going right in. Clyde gonna get credit with another block there. Mangus the 3, no good. West off and running. Doesn't have numbers, 2 on 3. Platt gives it up. Fetters to Yoder, left wing. Inside to Clyde they go. Under 3 to go here. Give off to Fetters. Swing around. Kick out. Yoder the 3. Ooh, that looked good from us, but just a little too strong. Mangus thought about the pull up. West altering it momentarily. Jordan, keep an eye as the 3 goes in there for the Wildcats. Keep an eye on the Kyle Mangus-Peyton West matchup. Peyton West, a really good defender. Doesn't like to give up buckets at all, and so far those 2 guys have been battling up and down the floor. We're never on each other. 38-21 your score. Platt gets the ball right wing. Now he finally gets a step inside a Euro, but left it short once again. Jordan, it seems like a lot of shots here are just short.
No, I think these last few possessions from Huntington, it's not that they're taking bad shots. They're actually getting good quality looks. They just can't get anything to go down.
Piercefield, a three-pointer there, 41-21. It's a 20-point ball game, and we still have 2 minutes until halftime. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here once again with us. Jordan, I mentioned it earlier. Piercefield, school record 8 threes in a game at Center Grove. Also has school record for most career threes with 162. Fantastic shooter there. And Jordan, that matchup, or that teammate control, between him, Kyle Mangus, Seth Maxwell, they still have at least another year together because, Mangus is only a junior. That'll be an interesting matchup the rest of the season, but next season as well.
No, I would definitely agree. They're proving tonight that they're such a great offensive threat. And the biggest thing for the Wildcats, too, is they don't give up on offensive rebounds either. They're always down there fighting for every board they can and making the most of every second chance that any team will give them.
Back to play here. Fetters will bring it up. Clyde gets that one blocked by Mangus. Maxwell thought about bringing it up. He'll give it off to Smith instead. He finds Maxwell. Pulver on him. Clyde looking to stay strong. He does there. And I think Clyde's going to get called there. Come up a little bit. That's going to be foul number 2 on Clyde, so both the bigs for Huntington. Clyde and Middlesworth 2 fouls apiece. Smith takes a seat as Payton back in for him. Maxwell's free throw up, no good. Geary the rebound. 1:25 to go in this first half. 43-21 your score. And they're going to call a push on Maxwell. Maxwell's been quite a bit of foul trouble. That foul given to the wrong guy. They gave it to number 32, Piercefield. I believe that should, oh yeah, there we go. We finally get it changed here. That's on 42. That's his second. Into Pulver they go. They want Platt. Find him inside. Nice little hook. Clyde couldn't get that shot to fall, but Piercefield right there had all of Clyde on his back. Clyde going to the free throw line here for 2 shots. First one no good there. Coming into the ball game, Geary was a 59% free throw shooter. Second one good there. Mangus seems like he's almost been quiet with those 10 points, but his buckets have been big at big times. Looking to change up. Hank Pulver gets him in the air. Now a scoop shot up around him. No good. Foul going to be called on Clyde. And that's going to be an old-fashioned three-point play as they try to convert it. That's going to be foul number 3 on Clyde. And that's going to lead to his first minutes of the day, number 35 for your Huntington Foresters from Oak Hill High School. David Aarons, the 6'7" sophomore. Now Mangus takes a seat. With about a minute left in this first half. And for him, number 34, Michael Thompson III. Thompson III, a transfer from Transveka University, Transveka Nazarene University. That is a D2 school there. Coach Tongo said he really liked his athletic ability when they looked at him when he was talking about transferring. We'll see if Thompson's able to show that off here. Platt, a 3 from the corner, no good. Pulver got a hand on it, and Jordan, I don't know about you, but I think the Wildcats just mistimed that, and Pulver's in a good spot, but that's foul number 2 on him. Lou Wang, number 22, will come in for him.
You know what's a rare sight to see, Ryan?
What's that?
Connor Platt with 0 points. Connor he is just struggling to find any bucket he can right now. He's taking some good quality shots, but just can't get anything to fall.
Yeah, not the time of the season you want to go cold here. Late in the season where every conference game is big, especially for the Forsters as they're tied with Taylor for that 8th spot. Excuse me. Keep in mind, top 8 teams make it to the Crossroads League tournament. West with it, he'll hold. Not too much difference in time clock and play clock. And game clock, excuse me. But a 2.5 seconds. They wait till 5 on the clock. West wanted something. Now he'll find Platt. 3 with 1 on. No good. That's high. No good. Payne with the rebound. 48-22 your score here. 48-22 your score here inside Platt Arena at halftime. We're going to go ahead. We'll see you on the other side of this break. We'll have some halftime stats as well as a look at some scores around the Crossroads League here on FDN Sports.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not just used for their talents, but embraced as collaborators. The second is respect for the community, where the natural environment, the local community, and the audience are all treated with the utmost care and respect. Filmmaking impacts not only the filmmakers, but those around us too. The third is respect for the art, because each filmmaker should be given artistic freedom to work creatively and to the best of their ability, while remembering that we are all working towards the same story. We believe that by living out these community values daily, the resulting projects will be works of passion, infused with the artistic voices of all the filmmakers. Our hope is that our students will not only practice these values during their 4 years here, but that they will take them into the professional industry and over time, revolutionize the way films are made in the United States and the rest of the world. We are striving to create leaders who pursue excellence in their craft while showing love and respect to those around them.
So Powder Puff football is 2 teams divided up by floors, and then they all have flags, so it's just a flag football game. And so we have the 2 end zones, and it's just like a regular game. We usually play 2 20-minute halves, and it's just a good time for everybody to get some football in since we don't have a football team here as a sport.
Let's go, Flames! Oh, snap!
Powder Puff to me is something that actually opened me up at Huntington.
And And for me, just as a freshman, obviously, like I get to know all the different girls on my floor, and we all grow closer together.
Powder Puff just means a lot of unity between the girls on the floor, and just provided a lot of good fun between all the other girls on campus as well.
Powder Puff means to me, it just signifies some of the best times that you're going to have during homecoming weekend. What does it mean to impact your community? As a broadcast media major at Huntington University, you'll explore that question and uncover the heart of storytelling. Tell real-life stories of the world around you from day one and uncover why it matters to the campus, community, and beyond. It could be in our live TV studio through our award-winning newscast, broadcasting home athletic events, or running HU's very own radio station. You'll have the opportunity to use industry standard equipment from 4K cameras to instant replay to better prepare you for a future career. In addition to foundational courses, you'll have the chance to specialize in church media, corporate media, news, or marketing and sales. Or spend your last summer interning in one of America's largest cities, Phoenix, Arizona. In this one-of-a-kind opportunity, you'll have a home base at Huntington University's Arizona Center for Digital Media as you launch into professional opportunities catered toward your area of interest and enjoy the sunshine in the process. Your professional network begins as soon as you become a Forester. Broadcast media majors at HU have a long-standing history of success in the job market. You'll be connected with alumni who have gone before you, not to mention all of your professors have industry experience. You've been given a gift. Why not use it to impact your world for Christ? Huntington University Broadcast Media. Real life stories, real world experiences. Impact your community.
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor. You know, helping them learn the information or helping them minister a test, whereas some universities you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student and want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment includes a VO2 max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to physician assistant school. And then also another common career path for students is to become a strength conditioning specialist and mainly work with athletes. Exercise science is a degree where students will gain a lot of knowledge about health, but having someone that has the knowledge and experience to help an individual to get fit, to get healthy is important. And students at Huntington University, they learn about knowledge that's credible and that's important for students to have so they can help these individuals.
Everything has a beginning. A moment where a dream becomes an idea, and an idea a creation. Cutting-edge creators are engaging in the ever-changing medium of digital media. But one thing never changes, and that's story. We are storytellers. Whether it's on set, in the lab, or in the field, we are always looking to understand the heart of society and explore the depths of human nature. The goal is to make captivating, moving narratives that the world will want to view and cherish. But the journey to that goal is vital. Where you learn and how you learn makes all the difference. Every great movie or broadcast has a creative body working behind it. And those artists and technicians had to learn, had to start somewhere. They needed a place to tap into their passions and train in their craft. Digital media is a living, breathing thing, consisting of a network of moving parts. Different skills are necessary for a healthy creative body. Some skills you may not have even heard of yet. And without each of those individual breathing parts, we would look and sound a whole lot like this. We need you. In Huntington University's Digital Media Arts Department, you get your hands on equipment from day one. You don't have to wait a few years to get in the studio or get on a set. In your first year, in your first semester, you'll work in supporting roles on underclassmen projects and even get to develop your own stories. So, you want to operate the Red? We can do that. Want to learn how to use a Cintiq? We got you covered. How about anchoring a live TV studio? Yeah, we got one of those too. You may not have a clear plan in mind, or may not know what your interests are yet, but your years at Huntington are time for self-discovery and to embrace your passions. One thing's for sure, the professors are always a source of encouragement and ongoing advice, who more than anything want to see you succeed and grow in those passions. You may be missing home, but rest assured, you always have a family to turn to in this department. Not only does the program grow your technical and artistic side, but it also pushes you to seek truth and grow in your walk with Christ. The power of story itself derives from Jesus. Our artistic skills and visions can be a most meaningful form of worship. The real world starts before that diploma is handed to you. You have opportunities to build up your demo reels, travel for your craft, and work with clients. We prepare you for a life in LA if you choose, possibly a career at DreamWorks, or maybe you work for a professional sports network. Our students are putting out good work and showcasing it to the world. We attend a number of conferences, festivals, and competitions each year. I'll let our awards speak for themselves. And get this, 93% of our graduates are working or in grad school. So this goes out to all the storytellers, dreamers, and artists out there, looking for a place to call home the next 4 years, while honing their creative minds and skills. So what do you say? Are you in?
It's on the... Ah! He made it! Oh my God!
A home run for right fielder Adrian Perez.
Perez started playing baseball at a young age, where he fell in love with the sport. Then, when he made it to high school, everything changed.
When I was a junior, this guy saw me in Florida playing, and he asked me if I want to stay in Florida for better education and find like a scholarship or something in the USA.
This was an offer that Perez and his parents didn't see coming, but there was another curveball on its way.
In that year, my mom got cancer. When that happened, she talked to me and said, "Oh, do you dream? Like go follow your dream. I'm gonna be fine."
So he listened to his mom and started playing for the Iowa Lake Community College Lakers in 2015. That's when he earned the nickname Big Shot. But in the midst of his great success with the Lakers,
I hurt my hamstring in a scout day in Iowa Lakes.
Perez returned to Puerto Rico for therapy in December 2017. After weeks of therapy, he walked his mom through her final days.
My mom passed away after 2 years.
To honor his mother and follow their dreams of going pro, Perez returned back to the U.S.
At that point,
Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Once again, your Forsters trailing in this one, 48-22. The Wildcats up by 26. Jordan, just some quick thoughts about that first half. First, for Indiana Wesleyan, what were they doing well?
I mean, they were doing great on both ends of the court, offensive and defensive. They were scrambling Huntington defenders on the offensive end, pushing the ball down low, and just being absolutely aggressive on defense, stopping every good shot opportunity that Huntington might get.
Now on the other side for Huntington, you know, early on things were looking good. Shots were falling, the offense looked in rhythm, but then a few defensive stops, a few turnovers that Indiana Wesleyan was able to create, and it seemed like, you know, the rhythm was just off from there. What do the Forcers need to do halftime adjustment-wise to make sure that doesn't happen and they can get this offense back on the tracks and rolling down again?
I think they've got to do a lot better job of creating space between them and their defender. I mean, we're seeing Huntington is trying to set these pick and rolls, and the Wildcats are just collapsing on every single screen that Huntington is putting on them. If they're able to just create some kind of space, get some kind of guy open, I mean, they can really do some damage to try to crawl back in this game.
We take a look at some stats here. First, for the visiting Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats, leading them in points with 12 is Seth Maxwell. He's got 5 rebounds on 6 of 7 shooting. Right behind him with 11 points, Tim Akadeki. He's got 11 points, 6 rebounds. He leads them in rebounds. Kyle Mangus, 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting. Mangus also has 4 rebounds and 1 assist. Jordan, as a team, 4 turnovers for the Wildcats. On the other side for Huntington, they have 6 turnovers. Leading scorer Peyton West with 10 points, 4 rebounds for him as well. Andrew Yoder, 4 points, 3 assists. He's the leading assister for Huntington. Mentioned leading rebounder Peyton West. He's tied with Clyde. They both have 4, but Clyde, he's got 3 fouls. Yoder can't get that one off the glass. Maxwell, a dunk to open up this second half. Wildcats are hot here once again. Hot early, now Pulver trying to hit a 3. He does! Pulver started the ball game with the 3. He'll start this second half with the 3. Wildcats looking for Mangus off ball. Rubio with it. Platt on him down low. Quite a few mismatches right now on the floor defensively for Huntington. Rubio being guarded by Middlesworth. Middlesworth trying to argue that call, but nothing. Jordan Key right here, 6 seconds on the clock. We know they like to go quick to Mangus. Got to think they want it again. Instead, Maxwell will take it. He's in trouble, 1 on the clock, and they're not going to get that one off.
Huntington did a great job there collapsing on Maxwell. Didn't think he'd get the ball inbounded to him, but even then, 2 defenders on him is going to create a little bit of trouble for the big guy.
No doubt about that. Huntington down 25 right now. Pulver takes a hard contact from Maxwell. And he's going to be going to the line for 2 shots here. 3 fouls now on Maxwell. Jordan, if this ball game was a little bit closer, I would, talk about how those 3 fouls would be pivotal for Maxwell right now, but up 24 points, the Wildcats, I don't know if foul trouble is really going to be a concern, whether guys actually do get in that foul trouble or not.
No, I don't think they're worried about foul trouble right now. But something we did see from Huntington on that last possession is they're trying to take it down to Maxwell. Not something we didn't see really in the first half.
Jordan, one key stat we should note from the first half. Connor Platt, 0 of 8, 0 of 4 from 3-point. Did have 2 rebounds and 1 assist. But 3 turnovers. Connor held scoreless in the first half. As Kanan Coffey hits a 3-pointer there. 53-27 your score. And Jordan, we were talking about it a little bit during our break that I can't remember a time that Connor was held scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, it just seems like he can't find his rhythm right now. And it's not even necessarily that he's taking bad shot opportunities either. It's just most of these shots are just going in and then out. He just can't get it in right now.
Yoder corner three, that's good. 53-30, the Forcers are starting to climb, but they need some big defensive stops here. Rubio against Platt. Almost got him to bite there on that spin move. Now Maxwell has it. The 7-footer holding it up high. Peyton West going to be called for that foul. That's a second on West. Both teams now with a foul apiece in this half. Jordan, we haven't seen too many turnovers from the Wildcats. They do have 5. West now off and running. Looks down low for Pulver. He's got Coffee on him. Mismatch here in favor of Huntington. And Pulver, a soft shot, a soft pass, gets picked off. Peyton West off and running. He's got Smith up against him. West couldn't get his shot to fall. Now numbers in favor of the Wildcats. Coffee gonna throw a lob up. Maxwell didn't go for it. Gets the dunk there. Tongo wants the extra contact for a foul. He's not gonna get that. 55-30 your score. Platt a 3, that's up, and that's his first points of the ball game with 16:45 remaining in this second half.
Wildcats, you know they're going to go their big men down low. They just tried to again. Results in a turnover.
Huntington, a few key defensive, getting a few key turnovers. But they have to make the Wildcats pay on offense here. Platt ran out of room there. Give off Middlesworth. Yoder thought about the step. 8 on the clock here. Not much going now. Middlesworth finds a hole, but can't find the bottom of the net. Mangus, the slow dribble up. Mangus looked like he wanted to shoot that one. He's got Middlesworth on him. And West called for a foul against Smith. Both guys' hands tied up there. That's going to lead us to our under 16 media timeout with 15:59 on the clock. 33-55, your Forcers trailing this one. We'll be right back here. Welcome back inside Platt Arena. Once again, Ryan Lockhart with Jordan Herring on the call here. And Jordan, this has not been a favorable matchup here if you're a fan of the Forcers.
No, not really. They're just struggling to find their rhythm right now. Taking a lot of good shot opportunities, but just can't seem to get anything to fall right now.
Smith, first one good there. Smith this season is only a 66% free throw shooter. Second one on the way and gets that one to convert. Jordan, I noticed with Smith's shot, when he shot a few threes and other things, it seems like it's a little bit slow. He takes his time getting the ball out, but it's effective when he does shoot it.
No, I would totally agree. And looking at the NBA, one guy who did a great job of perfecting that was Ray Allen. And he was just absolutely lethal from three-point range because of that shot.
57-35 your score. Smith driving. They're going to call a foul here. That foul on number 21, Fetters. That's going to be the first on Fetters. And Platt wants a word with one of the officials here, and he's going to get it. Smith back to the line. Smith on the season, 43 made free throws. Smith was a 4-year starter in high school. Noah Smith going to Hamilton Southeastern High School. Not sure if that name is relevant to any of our listeners. That's where Gary Harris, NBA player for the Denver Nuggets, played, as well as Zach Irvin. If you're a Michigan fan like me, you would know exactly who it is. Jordan, I know you're a Michigan fan as well. You'd know exactly who Zach is.
Oh, trust me, especially when you support the blue and yellow, you always got to know.
Mangus pull up three. Bang! He hits that one. Kyle Mangus hot right now. A three in the second half. Mangus 13 points. That puts the score at 62-35. But Jordan, as I was talking about Smith, he was a 4-year starter in high school, known a lot for his defense and his defensive intensity. His coach said there's only been one player that was better than him defensively, and that was the guy that plays in the NBA. Now I mentioned Gary Harris played in the NBA. So in terms, that would mean Smith's defense is as good, if not better, than Gary Harris.
And I think as great as his defense has been tonight, he's also been a really good offensive threat for the Wildcats too.
Yeah. And you know, point guard that the Wildcats had last year, Okafor, Joel Okafor, shot there by Adesi. That's good. But Okafor was known for his defense and how aggressive he was on really both ends of the floor. Really, Smith kind of models that same attribute there.
No, I think it's always great to get a nice two-way player. One guy who can do it all on offense and another guy, the same guy who can also play really good on the defensive end.
9 on the clock. Platt goes into the hole and gets that one to fall. That's 5 for Connor Platt now in this ball game. Smith going right into Keegan. Keegan goes down. Everybody looks to be all right there. 66-37 your score. Pulver picks up his dribble really right off that pick. Platt thought about the step back. They'll give it right back to him. 12 on the clock. Splits the double. Floater, no good. And they're going to call a block. A very late call there on that block. That foul.
Sorry, Ryan. I was going to say, I think something we're seeing from Huntington that we didn't see a lot from the first half is they're really trying to attack the basket down low. We saw they were just trying to take as many shots they could from outside the paint. And now it seems like the go-to plan for this half is to go inside the paint, trying to force some plays down low.
Platt's first one, no good there. An uncanny miss from Connor Platt. Platt, an 81% free throw shooter. Up there, one of the best on the team, top 2 in free throw shooting percentage. We did see Peyton West and Aaron's both check in for Clyde Carey and Hank Pulver. So on the floor for Huntington, Middlesworth, Platt, West, Aarons, and Fetters. On the opposite side for the Wildcats, it's Piercefield, Smith, Desi, Rubio, and Payton. Payton with the ball left wing, gives it up. Smith, top of the key. 8 on the clock here. Rubio will take a 3. No good there. And the Wildcats get the offensive rebound.
I mean, the Wildcats do such a great job of trying to get these offensive rebounds back. If you look here, they've got 8 offensive rebounds in this game.
Kick out, Piercefield the 3, bang! Piercefield known for the threes. I've been talking about it all day long. He's got 9 in this ball game. Jordan, one thing I have noticed as Middlesworth takes a three there that doesn't fall in. One thing I really like from this Wildcat squad on defense, their communication, second to none. Just about every guy talking through switches, transitions, where they are on help side. That's what helps build championship teams.
No, I would definitely agree. I mean, especially when you're on the defensive end, trying to communicate, who's rotating on what guy. And on the offensive end, being able to say who's open, what kind of plays to run. They're doing such a great job with communication.
We're going to have a 30-second timeout. 69-38 your score. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. We'll be right back here in about 30 seconds. Welcome back here inside Platt Arena. 69-38 your score. 11:55 to go here. Goshen currently trails Taylor 30-50. Mount Vernon Nazarene down 2 to St. Francis. I believe there was 10 minutes left in that ball game. Rubio kick out Piercefield. He's looking to turn. And they're going to call Platt for the foul. Looked like Platt had the poke there, but a little too much. West and Middlesworth both take seats, as well as Connor Platt. Wang and Pulver back into the ball game. And in his first minutes of the day, number 2, Tim Abel, the junior transfer from Cincinnati Christian. Kick out Piercefield now inside. Abel comes away, gets a steal there. Jordan, Tim Abel is a guy I really like a lot. I like his play style. Unfortunate situation with what happened at Cincinnati Christian with all the athletes. But I'm glad we're able to welcome Tim into our family here in the Forest. 6 on the clock here. Abel gives it off to Pulver. 3 on the clock. Pulver's going to have to pull the trigger. He does. No good there. And Smith comes up with the rebound. He's looking to push. He's got Payton in the corner. A spot up 3. And he can't make Huntington pay for it. That foul going to be on Thompson, the third. The junior. (69-38) your score here in the Forest. Under 11 to play here now. Indiana Wesleyan right now outscoring the Foresters as Keegan Fetters hits a big 3 there. Outscoring Huntington 21-19 in the second half after that 3.
Even for the Wildcats, they have their 2 big guys out. We're talking about Mangus, we talk about Maxwell, but even without those guys in, they're still such a great offensive threat.
Yeah, I don't believe we're going to see any more from either one of those guys tonight, Jordan. You have that chance for injury, anything that could happen within the game. Pulver shot up and good there. Jordan, I really like a lot when Hank Pulver rolls to the rim. It seems like whenever he gets the ball, if the help side defender there, he's able to move the ball and get around him real quick.
Yeah, I mean, he does such a great job attacking the basket, using every height advantage, using every muscle advantage that he has to try to get those points.
And Jordan, I think head coach Greg Tongo must have heard me because Kyle Mangus now checking back in the ball game. Aarons will take a seat for the Foresters, and in his first minutes of the day, sophomore guard from Pandora, Ohio, number 10, Drew Johnson. That ball gets poked away, and it's going to stay here for the Foresters. That was number 21, Trevor Harrow, with the poke. (72-43) your score. 9:40 to go in this ball game. I want to thank you for joining us on this Tuesday, taking some time out of your busy schedule. Fetters a three. He got fouled. Three-pointer no good, but he's going to the free throw line for 3 free ones. Folks, we should note the women will be playing tomorrow. Indiana Wesleyan Wildcat women, ranked number 21, will travel here inside Platt Arena to take on the Foresters. Just like this game, you know, standings, big picture in the Crossroads League once again, in both Huntington and Indiana Wesleyan for the ladies, fighting for spots. Jordan, everybody trying to get that home game because, you know, playing at home, it seems like it's just so much easier. It's so hard to go on the road and win a ball game, especially in the Crossroads League.
I mean, when you go on away games, you know, most of the time you feel like you're in such a hostile environment. When you're home, you got all your friends and family watching. You're trying to do the best you can to put on a show for these guys.
Payton was able to get that quick shot there. Pulver the three, no good. A little force. Johnson goes up. He got fouled, so he's going to go to the line for one more. Harrell, the one committing the foul there.
Wildcats foul number 21, Trevor Harrell. His first.
Drew Johnson at the line. Johnson is 3 of 5 on the season. Abel takes a seat. As well as Fetters. Platt weighing in the ball game here. Platt and Middlesworth, excuse me. Mangus with it, top of the key. He's got Pulver on him. And as far as matchups go, I like the matchup with Pulver. Pulver guarding Mangus. Pulver lists at 6'7", Mangus 6'4". But it seems like Pulver's athleticism, he can hang with Kyle Mangus.
I mean, if you look at Mangus right now, he's only got 13 points in this game, and we were talking about how he's averaging 27. But, I mean, even if you're not going out and putting up 27 points every night, it still doesn't mean you can't be an offensive threat, trying to push the ball around, getting those offensive rebounds. You know, he's basically still running the offense right now.
And a slew of substitutions here for the Wildcats. Starters back on the floor for Indiana Wesleyan: Maxwell, Smith, Rubio, Coffey, and Mangus. Jordan, I guess I spoke too soon saying those guys are going to be out.
Now they're all coming back in here. You know, they're still hungry.
Johnson guarding Maxwell. Huge mismatch there. And that one's going to be called on Maxwell. That foul going to be number 4 on him. That's going to put Drew Johnson at the line for the 1-and-1 bonus.
Drew Johnson at the line with 1 in the bonus.
Jordan Cannon Coffey averages 9.6 points a ball game. 4.6 rebounds as Johnson misses his free throw. But one thing I've noticed from him is his leadership on the floor. You know, it doesn't matter, a bad play happens, a foul, a turnover, whenever the next ball is, he's there to help pick up his guys. Tell him, hey, another possession, let's play.
Now he's a great overall teammate, and not to mention how aggressive he is on both ends of the court. Offensive threat, willing to take any shot the defense is going to give him. and also just so scrappy on defense, trying to force any turnover.
That's going to lead us to a media timeout. Under 8 minutes play here, 74-46. This is HU men's basketball on FDN Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Platt Arena. I am Jordan Herron here with Ryan Lockhart. Currently sitting here with 7:50 left in the game. 74 Wildcats, 46 Huntington Foresters. Wildcats are just doing everything they can to try to take this game away with them.
Mentioned starters for the Wildcats back on the floor. Maxwell, power dribble into Middlesworth. Jordan, if you're a fan of Crossroads League basketball, the matchup between these two in the future, it's going to be a great one. Both guys sophomores. Both guys big parts of their team. Maxwell listed at 7 foot even on the program. On the other side, Middlesworth 6'8", but you know how big Middlesworth his impact is. Maxwell averages 17.4 points and 7.6 rebounds. Middlesworth 19.6 points and 5.2 rebounds. Surprisingly, they haven't guarded one another a whole lot tonight. Three's good from Middlesworth there.
No, I think it's great that you're talking about this matchup with Maxwell and Middlesworth, but even though they have a slightly different height advantage, they both have really big reach advantages too. Maxwell using every bit of his arm length to get rebounds and create these high arcing shots that opponents are just having a hard time to snag.
Pulver looks down low. Now he'll give it off to Johnson. Johnson kick out, Pulver the three. Over the outstretched 7 foot wingspan of Maxwell, and he hits. 77-52 your score here. Jordan, one thing I did not realize, Middlesworth, after that last three, that only gives them 5 points. Granted, I did forget he did sit out quite a bit of time in that first half with those 2 fouls, but still, you know, we talked about how both these teams are really, scoring-wise, two-headed monsters. You got Mangus and Maxwell for Indiana Wesleyan. For Huntington, you have Platt and Middlesworth. Right now, Platt and Middlesworth have a combined 11 points. Maxwell has 18, Mangus has 13. We're going to get a stoppage here for subs. All the starters, they take a seat here for the Wildcats. Forster subbing guys as well. So on the floor now for the Wildcats, Payton, Harrell, Piercefield, Thompson, and Adesi. For Huntington, Middlesworth, Pulver, Platt, Aarons, and Fetters. Under 6 to go here. Pulver looking to drive, kick. Fetters thought about the three. Kick back out, Middlesworth, spot up, bang! Caleb Middlesworth, he's starting to heat up a little bit here. Back-to-back threes for him.
I mean, we were talking about how he's just really crucial to this Huntington offense. Finding his stroke a little bit here in the second half, just making back-to-back threes.
Harrell kicks out Piercefield. Now Thompson looking go into Platt. He does. Platt, good defense there. Now Platt brings it up. He gets his pocket picked, but they're calling a foul. That's going to lead to a 1-and-1. But it looked like number 15, Adekasi, had that steal. Tongle not happy with that one. Thought the steal was clean. First one by Platt's good. Greg Tongle in his 15th season has 413 wins. Was able to get win number 400 against Marion. Tongle, a 3-time national champion, coming in 14, 16, and 18. Jordan, I know I'm not good with, math or rhythms, but 14, 16, 18, the next year would be 20, right?
Hang on, let me do the math in my head real quick. All right, so you got to carry the 1.
Yeah, don't forget to carry the 1.
Always important. Carry the 1, add the 3. Divide by 4.
Yep.
Yeah, it's 20.
So technically that means if history repeats itself, and we know it normally does, that Tongle should be hanging number 4 up this year. Now, we know the Crossroads League well represented within the national tournament. Crossroads League having a winner for what seems like, I believe, the last 5 or 6 years. Spring Arbor winning it last year. The Wildcats before that, then the Cougars of St. Francis before them. 83-59 your score. 4:43 to go here. And Jordan, as it reads here, second half score 35-37. The Forcers are leading it. If only we could only go by the second half score.
Yeah, just throw out the other half of the game, right?
First free throw, only free throw, up and good by Middlesworth. 23-point ball game. Priestfield. Wildcats really moving the ball around here. Harrell able to get that one to fall. And that's going to lead to a timeout by Tongle. Full timeout. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. 15-point ball game. 4:25 remaining. We'll be right back here inside Platt Arena.
This is how we like to do it.
Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Stat correction on my behalf. 85-60. That's 25 points, not 15.
You forgot to carry the 1, Ryan.
I did. Jordan, I promise I passed my math class.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it.
Payne thought about the 3. He'll look to get around the defense, gives it back. The hairline. Somehow, wow! Thompson the 3rd. We talked about that athleticism, and he just showcased it there. That's a highlight reel play for him.
Don't count the Wildcats out on any missed opportunity. They're always there fighting for these offensive rebounds, especially in a fashion like that.
This second unit plays what seems like just as hard as that first unit. And a charge call. Clyde gonna be the man that picks it up. Clyde not happy with it. That's foul number 5 on him. So he's gonna have to sit down with that. Theory, 3 points, 5 rebounds, and a few blocks to go along with it. Substitution for the Wildcats. Number 30, Jonathan Panzu, the sophomore from Dayton, Ohio, is checked in, as well as number 23, Michael Zitney. Zitney, a sophomore as well from Ohio. Foul on number 2, Tim Abel for the Foresters. Both teams just playing out the stretch here, Jordan. You don't want to get guys injured. Crucial point of the season here. Payton gonna take a seat for the Wildcats. Number 10, Luke Stevens, the sophomore guard from Goshen, Indiana, by way of Fairfield High School, checks into the ball game. Both one free throw good there by the Wildcats. 89-60 your score. Abel looking to get a shot here, maybe a little push off, no call. Ball way up to Thompson the third. An acrobatic play, and somehow Zitney tips it in there. The Wildcats are blowing the roof off Platt Arena here.
I said it earlier, these guys do such a great job getting offensive rebounds, always staying aggressive on every missed shot.
Aarons could have been called for a charge. Instead, it's going to be Keegan that gets called for the charge. 2:35 left. I think the Wildcats have realized just about this is a ball game. 91-60. Connor Platt takes a seat with 8 points. That's very notable, as Connor Platt now sitting down with those 8 points has 1,788 points in his career. Excuse me, 98 points. My math once again, Jordan.
Dude, you've got to start carrying the one.
Both times I didn't carry my one.
You don't learn your lesson very well, do you?
Connor Platt, though, 1,798 points in his career here at Huntington. Platt currently is 12th all time. He'll need 12 more points to pass and move into spot number 11. Abel's free throw up and good. Thompson the third checks out. You hear the Wildcats going crazy, and that's for number 44, Billy Harness, the freshman guard from South Bend, Indiana, by way of John Glenn High School. If you keep up with the Wildcats, you'll know how much they love. Usually late game situations, they chant for him. To be honest, if Harness gets a shot here, the Wildcat fans, they're going absolutely wild.
The roof will come flying off this place.
Panzu, 2 times in a row, lost the ball there. Aarons, a nice spin, gives it off to Fetters. A nice play by the Foresters there. Under 2 to play.
That was some great offense, started by creating some great defense, getting the turnover, finding the open man down low, and getting the easy layup.
Stevens with it to Harness. Gives it back to Stevens in the corner. He's trying to spin against Keegan. He does. Drew Johnson gets it. And that shot, they're calling a foul on Keegan. Looked like it might have been clean. Nevertheless, Fetter's going to pick up foul number 3 as Harness goes to the line. Harness, 6 points now on the season. Harness doesn't see a lot of playing time, but one of those fan favorite type of players for the Wildcats. Biddle, a three-pointer from the corner. That's no good. Zitney the rebound. Panzu now looking to push it. He goes against Abel. And they're going to call Abel for the foul there.
Huntington foul number 2, Tim Abel.
That's going to send Panzu to the line now.
Jonathan Panzu at the line.
Panzu only shot 6 free throws, now 7 on the season. Panzu's 2 of 7 on the season. Make that 2 of 8 on the season. Biddle the rebound. He's off and running. Right into the defense. He gets stripped. Harness comes up with it. Up to Panzu. They go behind the head. Stevens gets it to go. And the Wildcats tearing up the Foresters here inside Platt Arena with a minute to go. 94-64 your score.
They're showing no mercy right now, trying to run away with this game, despite what the score is.
Jordan, I talked about how hard the second unit plays. This third unit for the Wildcats, really right there playing just as hard. Biddle goes down. Looks to be shaken up there. Harness open 3, that's good. I told you they were gonna go crazy, Jordan.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Biddle was shaken up there. Went down, trying to back down his man. I believe it was Hairline he was trying to back down. And now Fetters is just going to hold here. That's going to be the ball game. 97-64, your final here inside Platt Arena. The Wildcats number 3 victorious here. Once again, 97-64, your final score here. We're going to get some final stats here in a minute. Folks, go ahead and keep it right here with us. We're going to do our pregame show right away tonight. As we look at some things about the ballgame, Jordan, first for the Wildcats, what are some things you liked from them? I know there might be a lot, but what are some things you like from them?
I think how aggressive their defense is. I mean, a lot of coaches have the philosophy of great offense always starts with great defense, and I think the Wildcats really proved that tonight. They forced so many turnovers from the Foresters, just creating no rhythm for them, giving them absolutely no room to breathe, and smothering them on every opportunity the Foresters wanted.
No doubt about it. We look, the other side of that for the Foresters. Jordan, there's always a few positives you can take out of any game. What are the positives you take from the Foresters in this ballgame?
I think some positive takeaway from the Foresters is still their defense still kind of held up. I mean, obviously the score at the end doesn't really show it, but they were still doing a great job of, creating turnovers, getting rebounds. It was just their offense just wasn't on tonight.
Now, as we take a look at some stats before that, Jordan, I really liked the performance from some of the Foresters, not named Middlesworth or Platt. We saw a lot of other guys step up. Number 3 in the building, a very tough team, a championship caliber team. There's a reason they've been to the Final Four the last 2 years and won one of those games, one of those national championships. But Jordan, we take a look at some final game stats. First for the visiting Indiana Wesleyan leading scorer of the ball game. 18-point Seth Maxwell only had 6 rebounds on 9 of 11 shooting. Maxwell also 1 block to go along with that. Right behind him was Tim Atkinson, 16 points, 8 rebounds. Go along with 5 of 8 shooting there. Mangus, a very quiet night, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with that. And, you know, we say quiet with those 13 points. That's going to bring that average down a little bit. But Mangus showed tonight he doesn't care about those stats, doesn't care about the numbers. He's just trying to play ball. We saw him find his teammates numerous times. It seemed like to me he had a lot of those hockey assists. You know, that one pass, but it was the extra pass that got the actual assist. But a good game from Kyle Mangus once again, leading the Wildcats in assists. Noah Smith, the freshman, he also had 6 points and 8 rebounds. A very put-together game for him. Jordan, the Wildcat, shot 60% from the floor, 52% from 3, and 54% from the line. On the other side, Huntington, leading scorer, Hank Pulver, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Caleb Middlesworth on his heels with 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Middlesworth only played 22 minutes tonight. Keep in mind, Middlesworth usually up in that 30-minute range. So, you know, that quiet night from him tonight. Outside of that, Connor Platt, mentioned how quiet he was. 8 points for Platt, 2 assists on 2 of 11 shooting. Platt also had 3 rebounds. Payne West, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Huntington shot 38% from the field, 38% from 3, and 70% from the free throw line. Jordan, final thoughts, the whole ball game. Forsters, early on, they come out, they looked like they had things figured out. You know, we talk about Indiana Wesleyan, how strong they are, but it looked like Huntington cracked the code early. Looked like they had the plan, but it just didn't go their way.
No, I think the Huntington Forsters, they came out strong. They came out looking good. It's just, you know, little time goes by. That Wildcat defense really started to collapse on them, really threw their rhythm off. And then not to mention just so many good offensive rebounds from the Wildcats. So many good second chance points, staying aggressive all through the night, never giving an inch for the Forsters.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's going to be final here from inside Platt Arena. Once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget, we do have the women's game tomorrow. It'll be the Lady Wildcats taking on the Lady Foresters. Both those teams are ranked. That should be a great matchup, Jordan. I'm excited for it. I will be on the call tomorrow. I believe Abdul's going to be on for that one. It'll be a fun one, Jordan. Tonight didn't go the Foresters' way. I still had a blast on the call. Slamma-jamma. It happened not once but twice.
Oh, man.
That's going to be it here from Platt Arena. We want to thank the whole FDN staff here. Miranda Gus up on camera. Carson Watkins on graphics and in the back. Most important man of the whole operation, Dylan Herring. Famously your brother, Jordan.
Yeah. He gets that rep.
We do have to thank Adam Widener and Lance Clark as well for all they do for us here. For Jordan Herring, I'm Ryan Lockhart. The Foresters fall in this one